Making their way across the Ruby Sea, the heroes set foot upon the shores of Yangsha, a region which has languished under imperial rule for 25 long years. In order to wrest these troubled lands from the spiteful grip of the acting imperial viceroy of Doma, Yatsuyu, they set out for the boundless plains of the Azim Steppe in search of the kingdom's rightful ruler. Ooh. So, what kind of place is the Azim Steppe? I should not be surprised that he sought refuge in the steppe. We were separated during a skirmish in the northern mountains. We both have long roads ahead of us. Good luck to us both, huh? A pity we have no time to speak at length, but there is no rest for the righteous. Godspeed. Here there be Zayla. I think that's it, Zayla. Ugiri is ready to guide you to the Azim Steppe. If all are ready, let us depart for reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We will need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast, past Isari. Yeah, I look forward to the Azim Steppe. I think it's generally considered to be a lot of people's favorite kind of zone storyline of this expansion. And I would have to agree. There's just a lot of really cool characters there, and the zone itself is just cool, and a lot of great quests there, so... Okay, I guess the rest of them are not here. From here, we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we will pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. Lise and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well. I'd actually forgotten that the gates were closed, so we couldn't go that way to get into the steppe. Oh. Ah, there you are. This is the cave. After you, Lavenza. Okay, nobody else here. Let us do the thing. She's already digging it.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on, in search of hope, in search of him.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I mean, I've complained about this before, but it always just seems like it's always nighttime in this game. And cutscenes always end up at night. And some places are really nice at night. But I think the Azim Steppe looks better during the day. And it would have been nice to get that cutscene during the day. Althard is vast and filled with many different peoples. I know next to nothing about the Zela and their ways, but we shall learn together, shall we not? It's very flat, except where it's not, I suppose. An astute observation. I give you the Azim Steppe, Lavenza, though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. Is it just me, or is everyone here Zela? I must confess that this is my first time on the steppe. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. The search for Lord Hien. Yugiri has a simple plan for finding Lord Hien. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he had said he spent much time in these markets. I'd hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey, Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Zela here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Zela since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands. And though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Hell yeah, the Nadam, right? Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lise? Why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zela warriors, who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather unforgiving. The Zela found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Lavenza, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Is that booze or buzz? I would assume probably booze. Booze, fresh booze. Your choice of lamb or Zoe. Guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, miss? Huh? A domin. Unless another Dazkar is keeping him in her yurt. He is not here. More fool her if she took a domin for a husband. But enough about domins. Let us speak of booze instead. You cannot come to Azim Steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies. What fortune you have to come hither at this time, freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too, hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages if you desire only a snack. A domin. Poor meat they make domins. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some few days ago. Roasted fish with pumpkin, an exotic foreign delicacy cooked to perfection, beloved without the step. Come, come. You seek domins. Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if it were Goro you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. So I guess that gave us a hint to speak to a Goro. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved. Some smooth and silky. Oh, so smooth and silky, your mane shall be the envy of every other man. Say again, you are seeking who? Ah, the Domin. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a mall girl. Though I could not describe her, I only know that she is mall, because I heard them talking as they passed. With the chat and say... Girl interest that contains mall to ask the Zayla in reunion if they are of the mall tribe. Okay. Are you of the mall? I am Ura, if you must know. Come down from the mountains in the north, if there is nothing else. Are you of the mall? You take me for a mall. I am Orinir. Compare me not with one so weak and lowly. Okay. Ah, here she is. Yes, I am Maul. My name is Serena. May I help you? Or Serena. Emphasis on the wrong syllable. Oh, I see. You are looking for Hien, in that case. How urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsei, or Kinsai, will you buy it? There is but one bundle left. If not, then... I will. Though I had not thought to pay so high a price. It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own, and you will leave with nothing. Please, I must have the Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will. Pay me the difference in whisper root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for this kindness. I am sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsai. A season for war. Sirena does not usually depend on the kindness of strangers, but will gladly make an exception today. You want to help me? Is that it? I do not know what to say. Thank you, Lavenza. Thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough whisper root. Return here when you have finished. Good luck. Yeah, Sirena is another character I really like. No, she's just a very sweet character. I think I like her too because of, you know, the Maul being like underdogs here. So, you know, I kind of feel bad for him. Although, I mean, we definitely helped them in the end. Welcome back, Lavenza. Have you brought the whisper root? A common, if valuable, ingredient in Zela medicines. Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice? It shall. The Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Udgen rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here, as they guided grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west.
Hey. How goes the search? Any luck?
Yeah, impeccable luck.
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Sirena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Halt! What is this?
I came first, you second! Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oronir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying Ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castir. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castir. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words! As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan San. Which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Castir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You seek Hien, yes? I know where he may be.
I don't remember her story exactly. Of why... Presumably, maybe to be married off to another tribe, or... I don't know, something. I know we eventually fight for them in the Nodum, which is awesome. I like a good fight as much as anyone, but we should probably find Hien and head back to Doma as soon as we can. The people have spoken, and Lord Hien will heed their words. He must. If she knows where Lord Hien is, then what are you waiting for? Ask her. Okay. An impossible dream. Cyrena knows where you might find Lord Hien. Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien, near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Doman set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment. Here. He has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our lord and master. Oh, he's up here. Okay. Getting caught on the awning. So you've been watching us this whole time?
The Kami are merciful! My lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head, which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You giri, Gosetsu, and
The scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Serena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home. I have made my decision. Yugiri, I bid you return to Yansha and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of the Zayla army.
Hell yeah.
You mean to participate in the Nardum?
No, to win
Have
it.
you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. 'Twould be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Narden and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing the Mole in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, you giddy. But take heart, I shall keep him safe. And should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Man, I look forward to this. It's just such a good storyline. Has he truly recovered from his wounds, I wonder? I believe a match may be in order. He's a lot more straightforward than I expected, and he's certainly not short on confidence. But maybe that's the kind of leader Doma needs if they're going to beat these odds. And hey, we've come this far, haven't we? Who's to say we can't go even further? That's what I'm talking about. Lavenza Shark, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell, disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was great. We made quite a bit of headway into Stormblood. Now, ending the stream just entering Azim's Step, which means you know the story is about to get really good. If you think this video was good, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join me live as I work through this fantastic story, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.